Welcome into WTOL 11 News at 6. I'm Michael Sandlin. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll get to all of our top stories in just a moment, but first, we're going to check out our forecast with meteorologist John Birchfield. John, February is still reminding us that winter's not over yet.
Yeah, Michael, certainly feeling cold this evening and tonight. We're at 23 degrees and we're going to drop to the upper teens overnight. Good to see a little bit of sunshine on the horizon this evening, but the wind is still howling, and that is going to make for some bitter wind chills overnight tonight. Our sunset time is now at 6:09 p.m. and we are gaining 2 minutes and 37 seconds per day. There's going to be plenty of sunshine on Sunday. Most areas are clearing out, but there is a little bit of flurry activity towards Erie and Huron County. Some lake enhancement due to that cold wind coming off the lake with more prevalent snow showers between Cleveland and Erie, Pennsylvania. Forecast for Sunday features a sunny and breezy feel. We do turn a little milder, but those winds may gust up to 35 miles an hour. I'll show you when temperatures hit 50 and it starts to feel more like spring coming up in just a minute.
Deadly crashes are down across the state, but speeds are up in Wood County. WTOL 11's Laura Sandlin tells us about the dangers of speeding and what you should know.
Ohio State Highway Patrol is tracking a decrease in the amount of fatal crashes across the state. However,
unfortunately, in Wood County, there was an increase in fatal crashes.
Lieutenant Jordan Schwelko says Wood County is experiencing the opposite, due to an increased number of crashes usually caused by speeding.
We do see that speeds are up a little bit. And then just the amount of distractions in a vehicle.
Now, so far in 2024, there have already been 47 crashes related to speeding.
It's a problem because when you're going that fast, you don't have a chance to react to what happens around you.
Despite the fall in fatal crashes across the state, OSHP has ticketed 210 people for driving more than 100 miles per hour. 8 of those tickets written in Wood County.
When you're going that fast, 100 miles per hour equals out to about 150 feet per second. So every 2 seconds, you're covering the length of a football field.
In a video OSHP posted on Twitter, some of the speeds officers tracked: 126, 108, 103. It's an issue officers say is avoidable.
It's really an unsafe feeling, and it's just an unsafe condition that those speeders are putting everybody in.
Reporting in Bowling Green, Ohio for WTOL 11, I'm Laura Sandlin.
The shooting at Franklin Park Mall back in December left 2 injured and nerves rattled. Right after that, social media was flooded with comments about the mall. Would people stay away? Is it a failed concept? This week on Leading Edge, one of the driving forces behind the creation and marketing of Franklin Park Mall back in the 70s says any city's retail success is in its people.
We need a policeman on every corner. No, we need people on every corner. I'm not shrugging the need for police, but the more people on the street, the more people confident, the more people enjoying it, the healthier urban areas can be. That is the strength of everything.
Eichelbaum's experience and expertise have taken him around the globe. He shares his thoughts about Toledo and what it needs for the future of retail. That's this Sunday on Leading Edge. Former President Donald Trump is holding events Saturday, a day after a judge ruled on the penalties Mr. Trump will have to pay for inflating his assets to receive favorable loan terms. As CBS' Christian Benavides reports, the ruling also affects Trump's adult sons as well.
That's the real deal.
Former President Donald Trump at a traveling sneaker show event, SneakerCon, in Philadelphia Saturday, unveiling his Never Surrender high tops. A day after a New York judge ruled he'd have to surrender hundreds of millions of dollars for conning banks into favorable loan terms by inflating his assets, including his Trump Tower penthouse and Mar-a-Lago, exaggerating its value by as much as 2,300%.
It's a very sad day for, in my opinion, the country. A New York State judge just ruled that he's crooked as you could get.
Judge Arthur Engoron ordered Trump to pay more than $354 million. The former president was also banned from running a business or applying for loans in New York for 3 years. His sons, Don Jr. and Eric, were each fined $4 million and banned for 2 years. New York's Attorney General brought forward the civil lawsuit under a state law that allows her to prosecute fraud in business dealings.
The scale and the scope of Donald Trump's fraud is staggering. And so too is his ego and his belief that the rules do not apply to him.
This whole thing is very unfair.
The judge said of Trump and the other defendants, their complete lack of remorse borders on pathological. On Trump himself, who took the stand 2 times, the judge said his refusal to answer questions directly, or in some cases at all, severely compromised his credibility. Cristian Benavides, CBS News, New York.
Winter's not done yet, and tonight is a reminder that you'll still need that winter coat, hat, and gloves. Cold and windy conditions. The clouds are decreasing, but we still may see some gusts to 35 miles an hour. And with those temperatures dipping down to the upper teens, it'll feel more like the single digits, likely the coldest night of the entire month of February. Good to see a little bit of clearing and sunshine on the horizon. Our sunset time is now at 6:09 p.m., and we have 23 on the board with that gusty breeze persisting for Saturday night plans. Temperatures have already fallen down into the teens in Findlay, also up towards Hillsdale, looking at 21 degrees in Williams, 20 in Defiance counties, and out towards the lakeshore, low to mid-20s as well. Most areas seeing those clearing skies, but there are a few lake effect snow flurries in Erie and Huron counties from Sandusky back towards Norwalk and New London. Areas out towards Cleveland and Lorain are seeing some steadier bands of snow as a result of that northwest wind. Looking towards your Sunday, it is going to be breezy, but the upside is the sunshine. 41 degrees. Those winds may continue to gust up to 35 miles per hour. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. It's going to be a cold morning, teens, but it'll feel even colder thanks to that breeze. Into the afternoon, a good amount of sunshine. High temperatures topping out right around the 40-degree mark. Hour-by-hour forecast will be in the 20s to the lower teens at daybreak. Into the afternoon, we climb up closer to 40. But again, that wind coming in out of the west to the west-southwest is going to be howling. Into your Monday, we are looking forward to a milder President's Day. The winds will be a good deal calmer with temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Over the next several days, we'll finally shake that breeze with calmer weather conditions on Monday. And remember how I told you it'll feel like spring. Tuesday kicks off a warm up that'll send those temperatures climbing to 50. Wednesday is likely to be a very mild day, mid to even upper 50s. It will turn a little bit breezy and much of the day dry, but there is a slight chance for a late day shower. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. Sunshine is expected Tuesday. Late Wednesday, though, we could see a little bit of shower activity, predominantly during the overnight time period. Overall rainfall looks fairly sparse, and much of the active storm track is going to be in the Ohio River Valley, well to the south of us, looking towards the latter half of the week. Here's that 10-day forecast featuring sunshine for the next 72 hours. It is going to be very breezy on Sunday. Bright weather Sunday through Tuesday. Next chance for any precipitation comes Wednesday. There's also a chance for a few showers Thursday, and Friday we could actually see a few flakes as a cold front moves on through. We do rebound back to the 50s by the end of the 10-day forecast, with our next chance for showers at the very end next Tuesday. Michael?
Thanks, John. Well, here's a holiday I bet you didn't know about. Today is National Blanket Day, and a group of community members set aside time to make blankets for children in need. The event is through a group called Project Linus, where community members come together to make blankets. Now, this started at Living Faith United Methodist Church back in 2005, creating and donating 19,000 blankets since then. The blankets are donated to local organizations to comfort children who are sick, traumatized, or in need.
It is very rewarding. I've met a lot of very, very nice women that have come and helped me. Project Linus, Lucas County would not be as big as it is if it wasn't for all the ladies and gentlemen that helped me.
Now, if you missed today's event, there are meetings the very first Friday of every month at Living Faith United Methodist Church where you can participate in the project. And a local group of college students spent the day celebrating black women, both past and present, for Black History Month today. The sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha held its 116th Founders Day celebration titled Black Girls Rockin' Exemplary Service. The honorees and sorority both try to demonstrate those same principles and believe in service to all mankind.
That has been stable, they have endured, and yet they have excelled in everything that they put their hands to do.
You know, every lady, every man is making history, and I feel honored to be able to be part of that and be recognized for the history, the small part that I might be playing.
8 women were honored during the event. Alpha Kappa Alpha has raised $200,000 in scholarship money over the past 4 decades.
Want to check that forecast one last time. Good to see a little bit of sun today, but as you mentioned, Michael, a reminder that we're not done with winter just yet. It certainly felt frigid today, and it's going to be a cold night with those low temperatures dipping down to the upper teens, but the wind is going to continue overnight, and that'll make it feel more like the single digits when you wake up Sunday morning. We do have a milder and brighter afternoon with high temperatures in the low 40s, but it's still going to be breezy into the afternoon with the occasional gust to 35 miles an hour. President's Day is going to bring us a much calmer breeze, good amount of sunshine as well, and the warm-up arrives Tuesday. That'll send those temperatures up to 50. Could see a late day shower Wednesday, but much of that day is looking totally dry. The mild feel continues Thursday before a cold front drops us back to the 30s Friday and could bring on a few snowflakes as well. We do turn a little cooler into the start of next weekend, but temperatures quickly bounce back to the 50s, and hard to believe we're going to be welcoming in March before we know it.
Some much needed warmth and sunshine there.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this digital-only edition of WTOL 11 News at 6. We'll catch you at 11 p.m. on the television. Thanks so much for watching.